hitting play. All right.
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome
Baby
back.
Sex. Don't mind me, just trying to take the sticker off of the back of the book.
Getting all that gunk.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good on your thumb. We have a rom-com, a historical romance.
Yeah, I'd say. Historical.
Kit McBride Gets a Wife by Amy Berry.
Shout out to Amy Berry.
Shout out to Amy Berry. So in love with this book.
I can't say enough good things about this book. This book has like feel good. It's not. I wouldn't say it's spicy.
No.
It's just like a feel good rom-com book.
It's so cute. Like, if you guys could see, my book is tabbed a lot because it's just funny and it's cute.
It's lighthearted and yeah, it has some like great banter in it.
Oh, so good.
And
so
it's
good.
yeah. I also love how like I can picture everything.
Yeah.
Like Amy does a really good job of figuring out like I don't know, putting you in the scene.
Yeah.
Like her descriptions of things is like she nails it.
And it sounds like such a beautiful landscape. Like, I want to be there.
Yeah,
I
so
really do.
It's in the 1880s in Montana. 1886 to be precise, in Bucks Creek.
Bucks Creek, you want to read the back?
Yes, I can. My little southern accent.
Oh, we always come out.
Kit McBride knows that Bucks Creek, Montana is no place to find a wife. Between him and his 3 brothers, plus little Junebug, they manage all right on their own, thank you very much. But unbeknownst to Kit, his sister is sick to death of cleaning, cooking, and mending for her big brothers, so she places an ad in the matrimonial news to get Kit hitched. After Maddie Mooney immigrated from Ireland, she found employment with the eccentric but poor widow. When her mistress decides to answer an ad for a mail-order bride, Maddie is dragged along for a ride to Montana. But en route to the west, Maddie is suddenly abandoned and left to assume the widow's name, position, and matrimonial prospects. With no other recourse in the wilderness, Maddie must convince Kit that not only is she who she says she is, but she's also the wife he never knew he needed.
Ugh.
It's fantastic.
Ugh.
Like I said, I can't. I gave it 5 out of 5.
It's a 5 out of 5. And,
Yeah.
like, not only the book is good, but I keep staring at the cover because it's such pretty colors.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's like that cartoony, and then the Kit McBride is in rope, and
it's so cute.
It's just adorable.
It even has the 3,
oh my
forgot what they
gosh.
call them.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
The traveling guys who sleep on their porch. But yeah, it has the 3
I didn't
on
even
there.
notice that.
Yeah.
Wow, Amy. Wow. I love it.
So I guess, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You'd have to read it for, like, all the good banters.
Yeah, this isn't going to be that long of an episode because it's...
Yeah.
It's just more of all the description.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
Just the way the brothers interact.
Yeah.
And how Junebug talks to them.
Oh
and her little complaints book she writes for Kit.
It's so funny. So yeah, we start with... Also, Junebug says, well, spit.
Well, spit. That's literally the first thing I tapped. She said, well, spit. And I was like, ooh, that's a good one.
I was like, oh, we are in the Wild West. Yeah, so it starts with kind of seeing how Junebug interacts with her brothers and how she's, like, upset because she didn't realize that the flour would cause their, like, cooking area to explode.
Yeah.
And so her brothers are, like, all mad at her. And so she goes down and she's talking to... There's Bill... And then there's...
Thunderhead Bill, Roy, and... one more.
Sour Eagle.
Sour Eagle.
What a name. What a name. So, she's talking to them, and one of the guys, it's Roy, has the matrimonial paper, the matrimonial news.
Yeah.
And so, there's all these people that are looking for wives.
Yeah.
Or husbands. And so he finds one That
yellow hair.
Yeah, yellow hair. And it says, young lady of blonde type with no fortune save a warm heart. Any gentleman who might appreciate these meager qualities will find a devoted wife. And so he's like, that one. I want that one. So he talks Junebug into writing for him 25 cents per paper, and that's a lot.
That's a lot. She's a letter writer, and she has her own sign for it, and it just reminds me of Lucy and the Peanuts when she breaks out her stand.
Her psychiatric 5 cents.
Yeah.
So Bucks Creek is a couple hours away from a town called Bitterroot, which is way bigger in the sense of they have a hotel and a post office.
That's like where the train stop is.
Yeah, Bucks Creek is just the McBrides.
It's just them.
And so Junebug is the youngest. She's 14. Her ma and pa are not there. Ma died when she was young. She's buried under the chokecherry tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it just makes me want to like get the southern accent out of me. With her and her sisters.
Yeah, there's 3.
Then there's Bo, Kit, Morgan, and Jonah. And Kit had a twin named Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
When Ma died, Pa left. And so Charlie went to go find Pa and never came back. So
yeah, they don't know.
Which I was wondering if they were going to say what happened to Charlie.
Yeah.
And they don't. So
not 100%.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden they are writing back. Well, then Kit gets the wild idea of like, well, I need a wife. If that's because Roy then talks to her about what the wife does. They cook and they clean.
Yeah, and Junebug's like, oh, like I'm a wife and I need to not be.
Yeah. So then she's like, well, which brother is going to need a wife?
Yeah, which one can work?
Yeah, and so she picks Kit. And this is the wanted ad for Kit that she writes. Wife for a blacksmith. Do not expect doting nor compliments. Must be willing to put up with judgment, nagging, and unreasonable expectations. Mustn't mind snoring, cussing, or a filthy morning temper. Comes with a wealth of land. Is not too old and not too ugly. Has all his own teeth. Added benefit of knowing big words. Lady must have charms and know how to use them. Ability to complain in written form and bake pie essential. Cracks me up. Yeah, so the thing is with Kit, he has Junebug write down all of her complaints because he doesn't want to listen to them.
Yeah.
And he's not the oldest.
No,
Morgan's the oldest, and Kit's the second oldest. And so she puts that out. So then we learn about Maddie Mooney. So she's originally from Ireland. She was one of the maids at a big fancy house for the Ordman house.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the man of the house was using her and was making her think that he was falling in love with her. And so basically the wife shipped her off like, okay, well, my husband's going to get with you. Like, you need to be gone. And she also was upset because he had gotten a new wife and she was pregnant, I believe.
Yeah, when she fell pregnant, he started paying attention to Maddie again.
Yeah. And so then Maddie was like, okay, I need to get out.
Like a bitch.
Yeah. And so Maddie leaves to go and be with this other... Her name's Willabelle.
Yeah, she moves to America.
Yes, to St. Louis, Missouri.
And the church...
She goes to New York.
Oh, that's right.
And then whoever she's working with in New York, I believe...
I think she went to the church, and then they were, like, pairing them to
that's right,
different families.
So she went to Willabelle, and Willabelle lives in St. Louis, Missouri, so she's working with them. And Willabelle has, like, no money to her name.
No.
At all.
She's barely keeping the house, because the
2 sons let her, because her husband died, and she's like, she has to cook and like do all this stuff for Willowbelle. She's got this little scraggly little dog named Merle. And so Maddie's like super fed up because she's having to cook and clean and like do everything.
And she hasn't been paid yet.
Yes, that's the big one. And so Willowbelle is going through, she's like, I need a new husband so I can have land and then I can pay you. And so she's going through, and then she's like, well, blacksmith. And it says wealth of land.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to Montana.
Yeah.
And she really didn't want to.
No.
And she's like, okay, fine. Like, you're going to pay me? Okay.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then I'll pay for your trip back.
Yeah,
your
to
train
Ireland.
ticket. Yeah. And so she goes. And, of course, like, all the people can't believe, because there's not many females in Bitterroot, let alone Bucks Creek.
Yeah.
So they all are, like, crazy.
Yeah, they all fawn over her. She just sits down on the porch and she's just, like, swarmed.
Yeah. And so they're chatting with her, and while Maddie's doing her laundry, Kit is there, accidentally knocks her into the mud.
After she did the laundry.
After she was sobbing already.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he sees Maddie's eyes, and he's like, oh my gosh, like, she's the prettiest girl I've ever seen, and can't believe it. And so he goes to get her flowers, but then they think it's for Willowbelle.
Yeah.
And then someone said McBride's, but Rory comes out drunk.
Of the cat house.
Yeah, the cat house. And
he was borrowing their wagon.
Yeah, and so Willowbelle freaks out and was like, well, I can't marry that guy, so he's all yours, Maddie. And she leaves.
She leaves and just wrote all that down in a note the next morning.
Yeah.
Didn't even take her dog.
No, and Maddie can't read either.
Yeah.
That's the thing, too. And so the person, Alice, I think it's Alice Champion?
Yeah.
She's, like, one of the cooks for the hotel. And she's like, well, I'll take you to the McBrides. Like, we'll get everything situated. They're really nice guys. She vouches for Maddie, like, puts it in their pocket.
Yeah, no,
letter.
Pocket. Oh, but beforehand, after being dumped in the laundry, Maddie met Junebug. And Junebug was like, oh, I guess I can help you do laundry. And she's like, oh, this one has so many stains. And she just throws it into the fire. And Maddie's just like, what the hell was that? And she's just like, you were never going to be able to wash that. So I just saved you some time.
Oh my gosh. Her thought process kills me. It's so funny.
It's so good.
And so Maddie ends up going to the McBrides, and she ends up stepping in a rabbit hole and injuring her leg and faints. And so then basically it's her she's stuck there.
Yeah. And
it's basically her, she has a deal with, I think it's Kit or Morgan, she has a deal with Junebug, because they're like, they call her Willowbelle.
Yeah.
So Junebug's like, well, you just have to play along, and I will pay you your ticket back if you just play along.
Yeah.
And so she plays along, which ends up biting her in the butt at the end. But then the brothers are like, well, if you're around, then you can teach our sister how to be like a lady.
How to be a lady. Lady lessons.
Lady lessons, yeah. And she wants to learn how to dance. And she's like, how about we learn about walking? And she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and how to sit like a lady. And
yeah, because she just sits with like her legs
slumped out because she's raised by 4 men.
Yeah, and she's, like I said, she's 14, and so back then, like, that was the time that you got married and had kids.
Yeah.
And she just had no idea, like, how she was raised with all these guys. And some of the things that she says, like, "Aw, spit," and
she's like, I looked up whore in the dictionary.
I died when I wrote that. Yeah, she did.
She loves big words, and so she'll, like, read the dictionary that Kit lets her borrow. It's the only book he lets her borrow.
Yeah, Kit loves reading. And he has, like, a big trunk full of them. And so Jonah and Bo, they go to get the doctor from another town, and so they're gone for majority of the book. Yeah. So it's just Kit and Morgan. And then Morgan, so Kit tells Morgan that he's scaring her, and so he needs to shave. And so he shaves, and then he goes, oh no, like his dimple's out now. She's gonna fall for him. And
he wears his good shirt.
Yeah, he's trying to like win her over and make Kit mad. And then Junebug's like, you're in love, and Maddie's like, I'm not in love, and she's like, you look like you've been kicked over the head. And then she whispers, kicked in the head in love. She just has no manners at all, and it's so funny. Yeah, and so then I'm trying to think of what would happen next.
There was a big winter storm, and so they were kind of just locked up in the house.
Yeah.
And that makes them like spend more time together and get more comfortable. And
there's a little make-out session.
A little make-out.
And then Junebug like heard them.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, she was up in the loft, and then the brothers come back, but they come back with someone.
Yeah.
And it's Willabelle.
Ugh.
And so then Maddie freaks out because now she has to tell Kit that she's not really Willabelle.
Yeah.
And Kit gets all mad and upset, and so then she's panicking. And then he actually finds the letter that Alice wrote.
Yeah.
Like, vouching for Maddie.
Yeah.
And then they fall in love. And Willabelle gets kicked to the curb. They don't like Willabelle.
Well, she was at the wedding, apparently, just because she could not leave.
She literally could not leave. Yeah. Yeah. They came in, like, on a sleigh. It was a wild time. But and then, yeah, they get married at the end. And then the very end, they're gonna write, or they're gonna...
Yeah, Junebug decides Morgan is next victim, and she writes up the ad for him.
Yeah, wife or bullheaded backwoodsman.
And that is the next book.
Yeah, I don't have my phone on me. I don't know when the next book's coming out.
It's called Marrying Off Morgan McBride. Let me take a look. I know it's sometime soon.
But, I mean, if you like historical romances, if you like kind of the Wild Wild West books...
And it's not like over your head Wild Wild West. It's not like...
No. It's just a feel-good book kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not too southern to where you're like, okay, this is like way too cheesy. Yeah. No, I absolutely
May 30th.
Oh, so coming up soon. Okay.
I wonder who's gonna be the next brother after that. Like, I love that it's going through each of the brothers. Me too. And then I was wondering, like, is like the last one gonna be like Charlie? Like, do we get to see where he's at?
What if they had spin-off books for like Roy and stuff too?
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
I'd love it.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I think that'd be... And I'm excited too to read them to see like how Junebug is now that Maddie's in her life.
Yeah.
How things have changed.
Oh my god, one of the ratings already for Marrying Off Morgan McBride just starts with, I love to buck your creek.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Oh,
so,
man.
Amy Berry actually follows our podcast.
Yes.
So, it was very exciting getting to read this book.
Yeah.
She did not send this to us
to
review. This is our own. We bought these ourselves.
And it's so good. It's so cute. Like, I died laughing. Like, I'm just looking at what I just marked down for Junebug's words.
She cracks
me
up.
So funny.
It's so funny.
There's the I looked horror up in the dictionary.
And then Maddie just like panicked.
She's like, oh my god.
No, this, like I said, this doesn't have much spice really at all.
Yeah.
I would recommend this book to anyone.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I don't even want to look up the 1 stars. Nope, not doing it.
No. But I guess I can look up what the average rating is.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Find.
I think this is going to have a good rating.
Oh, I bet. 3.89.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't been out that long, has it?
I don't. It came out August 23rd last year.
Okay.
So yeah, a few months.
So yeah, not even a year yet.
Mm-mm. It's
So, yeah.
so good.
I can't say enough good things about this. So it's yeah. I got my copy from Barnes & Noble.
I think I got mine from Walmart.
So I mean, you can find these pretty much anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, I would highly, highly recommend this. This is a very feel-good Western. And I love the, I mean, she really captured, like, the 1880s. Like,
yeah.
The dresses, you can, like, picture them.
Mm-hmm.
And with, like, the big poofy skirts. And it just, yeah. And you can really, like, picture the landscape. She does beautiful with, at one point, Junebug was cooking outside, and she talks about, like, the animals and the sunset.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, it was like I was there. It was fantastic.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I can't say enough things. So we're very excited. We're definitely getting the second one.
Oh, for sure.
When it comes out,
second
100%.
it comes out. And I'm trying to think of what we got going on for next week.
Next week is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Holly Jackson.
Yes, there's 3 books in that series.
Yeah.
You got
Good Girl Guide to Murder, Good Girl, Bad Blood, and then As Good as Dead. It's a YA mystery.
Yeah, so it's about a girl that's going to be a senior in high school. I don't remember names, so sorry about that. But I just started it. So it's about a senior in high school that she's doing a senior project, and her senior project is going to be that I think when she was a freshman, she was lower grade. Andy Bell was murdered by a fellow classmate, and then he killed himself.
Oh.
And she is doing her senior project on that because she does not believe that guy killed her.
Oh.
She thinks that someone else killed her. And so she's trying to get to the bottom of it. And the person, when she gets a little bit closer to the truth, they are trying to stop her from figuring out exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure that's a YA series too.
It is, yes.
Very intense.
Yeah.
Very intense.
So far I really like it. When you first start it, it's basically, it looks like her senior project paperwork of her filling out the blanks.
Oh, that's cool.
So I really like that.
That's cool. I like mixed media.
Yeah, it's really nice. But Kit McBride Gets a Wife, 5 out of 5. I can't
definitely get it.
Definitely get it. If you've been thinking about wanting it, get it.
Just get it.
If you haven't been thinking about wanting it, get it.
Go get it. And then hurry up and read it so you can get marrying off Morgan McBride. And
thank you again for Amy Berry for following us. She even reposted our April thing on her Instagram. So thank you again for following us.
And thank you for writing this book. Because
I'm very excited for the second one. We will definitely do a podcast on the second one.
Oh yeah. So I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. They're gonna look so good next to each other.
Oh, I know. They're gonna be
on the
fantastic.
bookshelf.
But yes, it was a great start to April. And we're excited to continue on.
Do the rest. You can see our April schedule on our Instagram, Baby Got Stacks Podcast.
Yes.
We're on there. In the bio are links to our Goodreads. You can see what we're reading.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still a TikTok. That's there. And
I also thought too, so both you and I do the book of the month.
Yeah.
We don't always get the
same book. Yeah.
But if you guys ever want us to do an episode on one of the book of the month.
Yeah, we can do that. A lot of people get them, so I'm sure you guys have a book.
We don't really advertise that we get those, but we do.
We get those on our own. So
yeah,
if you see the selections, you can let us know if you want us to read one. Even if we don't get the same copy, one of us can read it, and then
we normally get the romance or the mystery
thriller. We're pretty predictable that way.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
So we will see you guys next week.
Yeah. All right. Happy April.
Bye, guys.
Bye.